Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, scholars and dignitaries, welcome to another episode. Welcome to my world. Hello, friends. So, I want to tell you about the difference between someone who dreams about success and someone who actually succeeds in life. I mean, we all dream about making it big, about having a successful job, fulfilling big responsibilities, maybe even one day being rich and famous, and having the respect of everyone in your city or town. In fact, this is everyone's dream. But life is not just that easy to conquer, at least for these high-level goals. And for these, we need something else, something very specific, and something that's often missing. We need constructive thinking skills. You see, there is no magical formula to life, and we need to approach each and every problem, each and every decision with critical thinking skills. Every day, the average person makes hundreds of decisions: what to eat or wear, how to solve a lifestyle problem, or how to solve a problem at work. But random thinking isn't going to help. Free floating thinking, daydreaming, unconscious thinking, emotional thinking, thinking based upon instincts or past experiences, especially if they're somewhat biased, simply won't work. You need a set of cognitive skills which are learned and utilized on a daily basis, even if not on a moment to moment basis. It is called critical thinking. It's called mindfulness. It's called conscious decision making. And there are actually college courses that teach you that as a basis for science, for mathematics, for public policy, and for the legal profession. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need to have a high IQ. Instead, the key to success is to approach an issue directly, logically, rationally, and analytically. And too few people know how to do that. So when you do the research into the factors which make highly successful people so successful, you actually come upon one defining characteristic, one element that they incorporate into their decision-making process consistently in a superior way. These highly successful people, superachievers, if you will, simply think differently than average people. And there are 10 primary differences between superachievers and the normal person. First, high achievers seem less sensitive to disapproval and rejection. They are able to either brush off rejection faster or even disregard it altogether. I've seen politicians do this routinely, and the fact is that they just don't let criticism throw them off their stride. Second, high achievers think in ways that facilitate effective action. They are constantly thinking in a problem-solving format, not daydreaming, but totally absorbed in a problem-solving paradigm. Have you ever heard of an absent-minded professor? His memory isn't impaired, it's just absorbed into a specific problem orientation to the point that he doesn't hear and retain what you say if it's not related to the issue at hand. Third, their thoughts are more focused on the task at hand, and they refuse to let their minds drift to unpleasant events of the past. If they can't do anything about a past negative situation, they don't worry about it, dwell on it, let it haunt them, or become absorbed into it. They move on with their lives. Fourth, they do not engage in superstitious thoughts. So many people let their minds be infiltrated with superstitions, myths or fallacies, and half-truths. The main difference between a conspiracy theorist and a conspiracy realist is that the realist goes beyond hearsay and does weighted research into the presenting argument. Fifth, high achievers know that failures are an important source of learning and refuse to equate failure with low self-worth. In this way, they are actually free to think constructively despite previous so-called failures. It's said that Edison invented the electric light bulb on his 10,000th experiment. Now, does that mean he failed? Not at all. He learned from his previous mistakes and tried new and improved experiments until he succeeded. Sixth, high achievers do not restrict their thinking by establishing rigid patterns. They show a creativity which is flexible and adjust their thinking with both the science and new facts and information obtained. Seventh, high achievers think thoughts through to their natural conclusion without jumping to false conclusions. They are able to see their problems in the course of their actions in a healthy and realistic perspective. Yes, they are optimists, but think realistically. It's said that Nikola Tesla, perhaps the greatest scientist and inventor that ever lived, often created his inventions in his mind without committing anything to notes or drawings until there was a completed project in his mind. His mind was focused, but more importantly, it was disciplined. Eighth, high achievers welcome challenges without fear. We all have difficulties in life, but when they face difficulties, they always find positive ways to look at an issue, and this reduces stumbling blocks tremendously. What can you do with a truckload of lemons? You can start a lemonade business. While high achievers can easily come up with 5 different solutions and then choose the most realistic and beneficial. Ninth, they do not waste time in negative, toxic, and unproductive thoughts. Negativity stagnates creativity. High achievers think positively and constructively, and they know that their style of thinking determines their level of success. 10th, and finally, high achievers consistently demonstrate a logical and rational approach to problem solving, no matter the problem and no matter the discipline. They use analysis. Analysis is a defined paradigm of problem solving. It is the mechanics of problem solving, the best method of problem solving. It is not a shortcut. It is not a fabrication. It is a detailed, systematic, careful examination of elements, principles, and structures in a situation, utilizing a comprehensive approach for problem resolution. Analytical techniques in mathematics and logic were used by and before Aristotle in ancient Greece and remains today as a key element in productivity and success in both governments and corporations worldwide. And of course, there are many articles, classes, and courses on different analytical techniques, but the result is the same. A thoughtful, analytical approach to problem solving is a critical thinking skill and probably the most important for consistent goal achievement and success in both your professional and personal life. Hey, be safe, be well, and let me know what you think about this. And may God bless.